This is a Trade Along Live session, part of the Trade Along Trading Academy. This is a standalone service. We have guests coming in. We have students from the Academy coming in. Welcome aboard. There's a number of ways to go about it here. This standalone Trade Along Live service is where we gather everybody. We go through the morning session together. Saul's going to be joining us shortly. If you are new to trading and you'd like to get set off on the right foot, you would join us in the Academy. You would look to take Saul's course. Saul's course gives you an opportunity to work with him. We call it Saul's course and his mentoring class. It gives you the opportunity as a new trader to work with him all the way through with the goal to consistent profitability. For experienced traders, it's great so you can get a trading tune-up, you can get realigned, you can focus on what we believe is important, which is the price action level of the trade. It also gives you the opportunity to learn how Saul sets his levels, so you can do that on your own. So let's now go back to this Trade Along Live session. This session is for guests to come in and see what we're all about, see what Saul's all about, and see if there's an opportunity for those guests to become part of Saul's service, whether it's through the Academy or to be part of this Trade Along Live session on a daily basis. This Trade Along Live session focuses on the S&P 500 E-mini, doing 2, 3, 4, 5 trades during the morning session. It's geared around a series of proprietary scalping levels, specific levels in the S&P 500 E-mini. Saul's going to give those levels out to everybody. You have the opportunity to write them down. It starts out with a pivot and other levels on top and bottom of that pivot. He gives them out. He calls them levels and zones. These are the areas of interest that Saul has laid out for himself for this morning's trade. He believes it gives him a trading advantage over other traders out there to lay out those levels right around the cash open, which is coming up in about 3 minutes or so. So this is a subscription service for those that are interested in doing better based on their trades today. Saul gives out his levels and zones. You go through the morning session with Saul as your guide, and this is a standalone paid for opportunity for traders that already have a trading methodology that they're happy with. If you are new, you're looking to learn how to trade, and you want to do this seriously, then review our website, which is tradealongtradingacademy.com. I'll send out a link. Review it. You'll see pretty quickly what the opportunities are, or you'll understand pretty quickly what the opportunities are for you as an individual trader, whether you're new or experienced, and then pick which one you'd like to do and join us and work on your craft and hone your craft and get better at your craft. And again, the goal here is how to make you a better, more consistently profitable trader based on 2, 3, 4, 5 trades on an average trading day. And Saul explains more as he pops in and we go through the morning session together. Hey, Roop, Robert. Hey, Philip, Pat, Timothy, Carrie, KG, Julio, Johnny Z, James, Glenn, Edward, Don, Dean. Hey, Dean, how are you? Christoph, Charles, Chad, Anand, and Allison. We've got a few more people popping in. Saul's going to join us. I'm going to go off into the background. Check out the website. That's where all the description and information is. And Saul can and does answer questions as we move through the morning session together based on this Trade Along Live session. Hey, Darius. Hey, Darius, how you making out? Let us know if you signed up for Saul's or this Trade Along Live session. Make sure everybody reviews the website. If you've been coming in as a guest, we ask you to sign up and be part of Saul's world by going to the website and signing up for this Trade Along Live service. And if you want to bundle the trading class, You can do that where you have access to him in a private Zoom room. Learn, and then come in here as a proving ground and an access point to Sol as you're applying your newfound trading skills. Hey, George, how are you today? Gary, let us know how you're making out. Hey, Mark. Hey, Mark, can you put the background up?
Good morning, everyone. Can everybody hear me all right? Let's give you our levels for this morning. Our pivot this morning is 46.90, 46.90, supported 81, 74, 67, 56, and 42. Resistance on the upside. Second, the upside resistance is at 47, 100, even, 47 even, 12, 18, 26, 33, and 40. The market quickly downticks here, coming down here to our 81 area. And market is, again, just all over the place, right? Yesterday, another big rally off of, seems like that's what they like to do these days. And nice little rotation here off of our 81 area. All right, the bonds here reacting to the rally. As you can see, they've come down quite a bit from a 63 handle. They're down there to 61 handle. So they are a nice rotation here against our 81 area. As we take advantage of this ebbs and flows of the market. Welcome some of the new folks that are here. We are trading mini S&Ps, looking for opportunities to scalp the market. The way these days are going, probably looking for about 3 or 4 points on our trades with 3 or 4 point stop. Again, everybody trades a little bit differently, different risk tolerances, so everybody has their own, but you have to maximize those that are adequate for you as a trader. So nice rotation there against our 81 area. That was our first level of support, got right down to 81. Don't worry, we are not so perfect all the time, so that's okay. This one worked out perfectly with no heat whatsoever. So that is a good thing. Hopefully some of you were able to take advantage of this rotation here against our 81 area. Coming all the way back up here to our pivot. Nice rotation there against our little opening trade there. Again, we have our levels that we gave out. If you look at the chat box area, you will see those levels. The first level of support there is 81. Obviously, it's a little buying area. Resistance are little sell areas. We also wait for price action opportunities to occur. And those give us our other opportunities to trade in addition to the levels. And we also look for momentum trades, but we are also waiting for the market to kind of set up those momentum trades for us. We just don't jump in there to jump in there because the market's going one way or not. So that's where we're at. Anybody has any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat box area. And a nice rotation there against our pivot area if you are so inclined. All right, again, all we're trying to do is find opportunities. We have education course that lets you find these levels. In addition to the price action opportunities, we are focused in on reasons to trade during any given day. We just don't trade. We put together a methodology that allows us to find opportunities to trade, and that's what we do here on an everyday basis, trading equity futures, right? Stock futures, but again, they're not stocks; they're futures. So, if you've never traded futures before, it's definitely a fun place to be. I think, anyway. I'm biased though, so. All right, let's see what the numbers are coming out this morning. All right, we came right up here to our pivot, kind of traded off of that a little bit if you are so inclined to take that little trade there. We have no numbers that coming out today either. All right. A 10-year note auction coming out there at 12 o'clock Chicago time. Yield at the 10s is trading at 144. Obviously, they were a lot lower than that. So thanks, Don and Mark, for helping me out yesterday. I appreciate it. All right, we come back down here again. If you get short there against our pivot, that was a nice little trade. And there's reasons to put on these trades. We just don't put on trades for sake of putting on trades. And we look for opportunities to scalp the market. Again, we talk about 3 or 4 points with this volatility that we're at right now. You can always tell how extreme volatility is by looking at the order ticket. We're still trading the D's contract. I think you didn't hear when Saul put on a trade. Well, the levels that we gave out are support levels and resistance levels. So 81 is a support level. That's the trade that I put on. Again, kind of is there. How you put it on is all dependent on each individual trader, how you scale in. If you scale in, if you trade multiple contracts, if you trade one contract, you have to find the proper entry point that's suitable to your risk tolerance. If you're trading multiple contracts, you're scaling in around the level. So, you're not, I can't really say more than saying that I have support there at 81 and trade at 81 level. So, everybody trades a little bit differently, and that's why we don't show our trades. Everybody can trade 2 lots, 3 lots, 10 lots, 20 lots. It all depends on each individual. So you have to find a niche that works out for you as an individual trader and then capitalize it and maximize profits according to your risk tolerance. We work on that with you to help you try to maximize those opportunities. Also find the levels. Also look for price action opportunities. A little sale there against the 90 level was probably one of our trades that some of our traders like to take. Again, you gotta know when to take it. There's reasons to take a trade and reasons not to take a trade, even though sometimes it works for you, sometimes it doesn't. And you have to assess those opportunities on your own based on your risk tolerance. All right, the market here is just kind of flipping back down here to the lows here a little bit. Next support level we have is down at the 74 area. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to write them in the chat box area. And we have no numbers coming out this morning that might affect us from a fundamental point of view. So none of those things are going to happen. We got no Fed speaks. It's kind of just trading on its own here. Now we talked about the dominating bar from last Wednesday, right? Here's the top of that bar. Kind of hung there for a little bit yesterday at around the 46.50 area. And then, but that was a very quiet little trade there for a long time, for 3 hours. And then finally decided to extend here a little bit. But as you can see, once we got above that, they held and they continued to rally. But that was at the top of the dominating bar, which would work, make sense. And they dipped to make new lows. It came right back up here to our pivot area. Again, probably not the best time to take it second time there. I mean, obviously it's a lot more riskier this time around. Again, we're looking for opportunities to scalp the market, and we kind of let the market kind of dictate what we're going to do. We like to average about 4 or 5 trades in the course of any day. And the key word there is average. The opportunities are all dependent on fluctuation in the market, and those occur when there's some volatility. And I think the other day we had maybe 6 or 7 in the first, half hour, 45 minutes or an hour. And today maybe if you were aggressive there, maybe took 2 or 3 here. Again, everybody trades a little bit differently, so we don't expect everybody to have the same amount of trades or same amount of opportunities. Everybody looks at markets differently. You have to find those opportunities and niches that work out for you, recognition of those trades that you can recognize, and take advantage of those trades when they present themselves. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat box area. We are trading mini S&Ps here. And if you look at the chat box, we're going to show you the levels that we're going to use as a guide to the day. And you see we ticked off of our 81 support level, and now we're just kind of hovering around our pivot. And the next opportunity on the upside there would be around the even area, 47 even. We already used our 81 level of support, so we're not looking at that to give us support the next time down there, especially since we did get ticked down to 79 and change there. We're looking on the downside at 74. So we'll see. Every day has its own set of dynamics. Every day has its own set of movements, volatility. So not every day here is the same. That's something that attracted me to the business. You just never know when things are, the opportunities are going to be there to trade or not. And patience is important, and waiting for the opportunities to present themselves is important. Again, waiting for trades is what we try to do. Like I said, we like to average 4 to 5 trades a day. And the other day, like I said, we had 6 or 7 very quickly. Markets were moving around. Did all of them work out perfectly? Absolutely not. But there were opportunities to trade. And you just take your opportunities and move forward and look for the next opportunity. And again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat box area. I have no problem answering questions for you. All right, we're coming back up here to our pivot area. Trying to poke a little bit forward, but again, very, very quiet trades. It worked out very nicely before, and now we're just kind of hanging here around this 90 area. And we're just trying to extend, but again, not it's kind of in no man's land right now against this little back here at our pivot. Could go either way here. Next level of resistance on the upside we have is up at the even area. All right, there, Don. Thank you again. Right, market extending here a little bit. Got the resistance up at even. Once we got above the pivot there, right now it's support right back down there. Anything below 88, you want to be out of any longs. Again, once we got about the 93.4 area there, looking for it came a little bit of a positive bullish trade. Anything below 88, you're gonna be out of any longs. Okay, coming right quickly back here. Very, very slippery trade here. All right, if you did jump in there and buy the 90 area, we talked about it being a little bit of support. Got a nice rotation up there to 92. You have to take some profits there, even though you're trying to get long. That was a nice rotation there against our 90 and got right up to 92. Again, it depends on how aggressive you want it to be. We talked about support being there at 90 and below 88. You want to be out of any longs. It's rotating down here to the 88, but you did have a rotation first to the 92 plus area. Hopefully you were able to take advantage of that little scalp. Again, we're looking for ebbs and flows of the market, waiting for the market to kind of set opportunities up for us. And that was kind of an example right there. And then that continues to downtick here. But the scalping opportunity was there when it dipped down and then rotated back up to 92. Remember, we're scalping these opportunities. Very, very, fluid movement sometimes gives you quick chances if they're there for them. Obviously, it's levels. You have to have your orders in place, your entry orders in place, as well as your exit orders in place so that you can take advantage of the quick volatility. We're just kind of back down in this trading range that we were at most of the morning. We had a quick jolt up there, got up to the 96 area there, 96 and change, and then came back down. 97 up there. We had the resistance up there at even. And now we're basically coming in this like range we were at most of the early part of the morning. We have no numbers coming out this morning, so it's kind of a little bit quiet now. All right, back here at our pivot area, again, kind of just trying to decide which way it wants to go. Might be range bound here for a bit. All right. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat box area. We have to wait opportunities and be patient. And patience is very important when you're trading. We've had maybe 2 or 3 opportunities here this morning, depending on how aggressive individual traders are, and everybody trades at their own risk levels. So not everybody has to have 2 or 3 trades, and some people probably have more. So it is what it is. But you have to find the opportunities that fit your risk tolerance and take advantage of them when the opportunities are there. Well, that's part of the work that we do in our education course is show you how to find these levels and pivots and the other opportunities that are out there, price action opportunities that are there. The methodology that we have is part of the education course that we teach. So that also is part of the uh, how you would find the levels and the pivots and so on and so forth. So everything that we do is taught. It's in there. It's not a equation like some people might have, right? They have these equations figured out, and it's just not as simple as that sometimes. But it's not complicated either. So it basically is a level that we kind of implemented when we were trading on the floor. Uh, took advantage of those opportunities the market gave us then. Our next support level we have is down at the 74 area. We roll over. That's a good question. It's either going to roll over tomorrow or next week. If it does, we're still going to trade the. We're still going to trade the D's contract for an extra day because usually most of the volatility is still transferring. So we'll figure it out. Right now, it hasn't. They haven't turned over yet, so rolled over, I should say. Still trading most of the trades are in the D's contract, not the March. So, but last week I think the equity, I mean the financials shifted over, so it'll be within a week probably. I would say either this week or next week. We'll probably find out tomorrow. If it's going to be this week or next week, but again, that doesn't really matter, as the the volume will tell us exactly when the rollover will be. If you don't know, if we don't have a date, I don't have a date. I mean, I'm sure it's out there someplace. I just don't have it in front of me. I just know it's either this week or next week. Well, we've got into this range here where we were at the morning part of the day. First little morning trade, the first half hour, and now we tried to extend, and they kind of failed up there at the 97 area, and it came back down. Right, the market is trading in this lower end of this range, kind of very, very quiet. They've sucked a little volatility out of the market lately, as these rallies always tend to do. But still, the ladder ticket's kind of somewhat light. Still had less than 100 lots up and down the ladder ticket. And the 85 that it's kind of hanging around here is a settlement price. So maybe consolidating here a little bit over this last couple weeks move where they were concerned about the Omicron variant and seem to have accepted it and moved on. They were worried about the inflation situation with the Fed, how they're going to react to it. The Fed basically said they're going to try to handle it better. They're talking about the taking away of all the buybacks that they're talking about, and the markets handled that pretty good too, right? Seems like it's kind of handling everything. Definitely range bound here a little bit. No, I didn't know that. Well, that's crazy, right? All right, we are definitely range bound here a little bit, and that's a good time to be patient and wait. Can't really try to never know when they're going to break out of any range that they get into. Some of our traders like to trade the range game. You just have to know the parameters you're going to use as to when you're going to get in and out of that range so that you don't get yourself in trouble if it does break out. All right, very, very quiet trade. Thought we were going to be a little bit busier this morning, but hey, we can't complain. We still had about 3 or 4 trades so far. Again, nice little tight range, but price action opportunities helped us there. Nice rotation there off of our pivot. Nice rotation there against our pivot. When it bounced off the lows, and then when it bounced off that fake out breakout high that it created, gave you another quick scalp against our pivot alongside that time. And now we're just kind of hovering back in here. Could be consolidating a little bit here, as it looks like since yesterday afternoon, it's been basically in the same little range it's been at. Yeah, tight little range too. So again, maybe consolidating here a little bit, trying to see what are we going to do next? Are we going to continue to rally, or we get a little bit of a fight going on here between those bulls and those bears? No, not Chicago Bulls and Bears. The real Bulls and Bears. Again, if we get above 93 area, we might rotate back up to those highs there. Again, just chopping around here. He doesn't even know what to do. He's doing well. Thanks for asking. Again, we are totally at the mercy of volatility on any given day. And that holds true all the time. And we don't like to just create trades for the sake of creating trades. We like to let the market give us those opportunities to trade, and we have to be patient when the markets gets like this in a low range and not much going on. All right, we are hanging around our pivot again. Very, very kind of quiet day. Again, we can only take what the market gives us. We've had some good opportunities around our little pivot area there that's been paying off for us, so we can't complain, even though it's been a very, very quiet, slow day, morning anyway. Again, just kind of hanging around our pivot. Market quickly. Again, like I said, it could have gone either way. And they decided to sell it off here a little bit. Next support level we have is down at the 74 area. You know, these moves kind of happen because people say things, talk. You never know when somebody's going to say something that's going to affect the market. But then that's also why we have to wait and be patient. Yeah, what did it get down to? 78 there. Pop back up. Very quick move there from the 90 area. So again, like I said, it could have gone either way up there and just didn't know which way it was going to go. And all of a sudden they flushed it down and then bringing it right back up. Very choppy trade here. Yeah, pretty much have to be lucky to guess or catch one of these moves based on you just don't know which way it's going to go, right? I mean, I wish I could tell you. But that's why we have to be patient and wait for opportunities. All right, market yeah, just staying a little bit weak. I mean, not bad considering. Yesterday's rallying and everything. So, but it's kind of trying to figure out where it wants to go next. And it's kind of consolidating here a little bit more than anything else, I think. Support right now would be at the 74 area. All right, things have slowed down quite a bit here. Patience is important. 74, our next support area. Got to pretty much get above the 94 area for it to rotate back up to the highs. All right, we dip down there to the 75 area, depending on how you are scaling in. Maybe you were able to pick some up down there. Traded a good chunk of change down there at 75, so you should have been, if you had an order in there, you should have been able to get filled. Again, how you scale in is a individualized thing, if you scale in at all. So that's another. So if you did get in there at 75, you're getting a nice rotation here against our 74 area. Again, it's an area, and nice opportunity there for you if you did jump in at the 75, depending on your scale. Again, you have to wait. It took us a little bit of time here to get this opportunity, but maybe you were able to take advantage of it. And it took a lot of patience. We talked about being patient and waiting for the opportunity to get triggered before we took advantage of it. But that's how you have to be a little bit focused and disciplined to be able to take advantage of the situation when it presents itself. Again, if you have the 74 and you didn't get filled, obviously 75, maybe entry point there would be a little bit lower than that now against the 74 still. So again, maybe a little bit of an adjustment there if that's what you are, if you're more risk averse. But obviously, because the trade went down to that area, it's becomes a little bit more riskier since we had the nice rotation off of it. again, coming back down here to these lows, be careful there against 74 since we did dip down to 75 and got a nice rotation off of it. Maybe if you're going to still take the level, you have to adjust your entry point a little bit, or or cancel it altogether because of the fact that we did 74 kind of did work there, even though it got down to 75. Obviously, a lot more riskier right now than it was if we didn't hit 75. We're going to dip down to the 74 now. Again, traded accordingly since we did get triggered before, so be kind of mindful of that. That's 75. So if you did take it, like I said, adjust your entry point a little bit. Got down to 35 and a half, and it's rotating back up.
Hey, a couple quick programming notes. Hey, Allison, any questions about Sol Services? Let us know. Charles F., let us know if you want to have a private conversation on the telephone. We first ask you to review the website, and I'll send out the link to everybody. It's tradealongtradingacademy.com. You're able to read about this service, which is Sol's Trade Along Live session. Also, if you are interested in honing, developing, getting better at trading, if you're a new trader that wants to get set off on the right foot, then you would take Sol's mentoring in his coursework. I'm going to send it out to everyone in chat. That's out to everybody now. All you have to do is click on it and open up into a new window. Hey, Anupam, how are you? Charles, let me know if you got that. Allison, let me know if you got that. Christoph, the same. Hey, Dean, Edward, Frank, Glenn. Hey, Greg W., how are you doing? If anybody wants to upgrade into Sol's mentoring, that provides you with access to this Trade Along Live session in addition to his mentoring time. Remember, mentoring is focused on you as an individual, which is key to what we do here. Hey, Jack, Joel, KG, Marie, Robert, Roop, Timothy. Just let us know back in chat what you're interested in doing, and we'll help you get set up. Thank you. Hey, Jack, appreciate it. Christoph, let us know what you want to do. You know, one of the things that comes up from time to time is that we have individuals that are looking to learn how to trade or start off trading. If that's you, let us know, because there's an awful lot to avoid, in our humble opinion, when you're starting up learning how to trade. And then there's things to concentrate on that we consider important. And there's a opportunity to really focus in on the price action level of the trade. And a new trader has a significant advantage over other traders because they're not jaded or caught up in or not able to really focus because they have already focused and might be hard to turn into a profitable trader. So new traders have an advantage in our opinion. Experienced traders certainly can be part of Saul's mentoring, and he can help them bridge the gap from where they are. They can certainly look to add in price action trading and certainly look to learn how to set Saul's proprietary scalping levels and zones, and then the what to do with the zones. Where do you go from here? If the level turns out to be a great level, well, where do you enter a trade? Why? Where do you exit a trade? Why? And how do you defend your trade? Why? And the why is teaching you what to do, how to do it, why to do it at that particular moment in time, having you apply it in this Trade Along Live session and be critiqued based on what you are learning and what you're picking up. So if you want to talk personally on the telephone about where you are in your trading and where you'd like to be, whether new or experienced, let us know. Review the website, and then we can have a conversation on the telephone. So let me know. Thank you. Hey, a quick shout out to Allison A. Hey, Allison, you back? Let me know in chat. Allison. Christoph, let me know if you're back. Marie, let me know if you're back. Marie, choose the chat feature, respond. Anybody else wants to talk about Sol Services, let me know, and we can set up a time to chat. Thank you. Hey, Allison, did you have any further questions about Sol Services? I'm not sure if you had a chance. Let me know if you got a chance to review the website. Did you review the website? Oh, that's great. Appreciate it. And how you making out in your training? Everything going good? Oh, that's great. For those that are interested in coming into our service, it's tradealonglive.com, tradealonglive.com. We're here trading days from 9 a.m. to 12 noon, with the body of trading happening between 9:30 and 11:30 on a daily basis. Our website for referral is tradealongtradingacademy.com, tradealongtradingacademy.com. If you want to come in and register for this Zoom webinar on a daily basis, check out what we're doing. You can do that by going to tradealonglive.com, tradealonglive.com.